Hey, it is Troy Stavros with Cornerstone Realty Associates here in Farragut, and I want to go over the Farragut market, what happened through February with the housing market. Let's jump in and take a look. So when we look at February 2024 compared to 1 year earlier, home sales were down 3.8%. Pending sales were up a whopping 33.3% compared to 1 year earlier. The inventory of homes was up 22.2%, so quite a bit more inventory on the market this February compared to last February. New listings also up a big number, 30.6%, and the median sales price was up 33.81% compared to 1 year earlier and coming in at $697,150, with the average sold price per square foot of homes in Farragut in February selling for $238 per square foot. The absorption rate in Farragut stayed even compared to last month at 1.85 months worth of inventory. So that is less than 2 months worth of inventory, which is considerably low, which is why we are continuing to see home prices continue to trend upward in Farragut. When we look at the card to the left, which was last month, we can see some changes. Home sales are actually trending up, obviously, which we can see with the pending sales. But last month, home sales were down 22.2%. This month, February, only down 3.8%. Last month, pending sales were down 20% compared to a year ago. This month, up 33.3%. So definitely seeing some changes in the market as we're heading closer to spring. It seems like things are definitely heating up in the market. Let's take a look at some graphs. So this is showing us that the inventory is still on its way down. It has not gone on the upswing yet for the spring sales market. This is not uncommon for this time of year, but it has definitely been coming down since September. It's starting to level off a little bit, but hopefully we will see that on the upswing here in the coming months as we head into spring. The absorption rate, like we said, is under 2 months worth of inventory, extremely low. The sold to list price ratio, you can see there was quite a big jump. It's been trending down, meaning there's been more negotiations happening. But then last month, you can see that there was a jump back up closer to list price, so less negotiation happening because there's more demand entering the market right now. When we take a look and see what price ranges are selling the most in Farragut, it's pretty even across the board, but the two price ranges that had the most sales were the $400 to $450 price range, had 4 sales in February, and the $750 to $800 price range had 4 sales as well. As far as what price points went pending the most in February, we can see again, the $450 to $500 had 5 home sales, $350 to $400 had 5 home sales, and the $650 to $700 had 5 home sales. So pretty even again across the board there. As far as what price ranges have the most available homes for sale, that one is by far the $650 to $700 price range has 12 available homes for sale right now. And then what price point had the most new listings come on the market in February? That is a tie between the $650 to $700 had 7 new listings come on the market, and the $750 to $800 had 7 new listings come on the market. But also in the lower price range, we did see 5 new homes come on the market in the $350,000 to $400,000 price range. Let's take a look over here, and this tells us, as far as the analytics go, where we are. So when we look at the market action index, we are at a 42. It's a tick higher than last month. That means we are still in a slight seller's market in Farragut, which we can see from the prices continuing to rise. When we look at the real-time market profile over here, this is looking at just the active inventory on the market, not pending sales, not sold listings, but just the active listings. So the median list price of the active listings on the market in Farragut right now is $747,499. And all of this data is through last Friday, which was March 22nd. The median price of new listings, so this would be listings that came on the market last week, was $669. So of all the listings that came on the market last week, the median price of those listings was $669. That is held pretty steady. You can see that this line shows you a 90-day graph. So there hasn't been a big up and down swing. It's held pretty steady there as far as the new listing prices. The median list price has trended up slightly. When we look at the price per square foot, that has definitely trended up over the last 90 days. So the price per square foot of homes actively on the market right now, the average is $265 per square foot. The median days on the market of homes actively on the market is 42 days. You can see that has trended down in February. Beginning of February, we were at 77. Now we are down to 42. So things are definitely selling faster. 44% of the homes actively on the market have had a price decrease at some point. And currently inventory, it's been pretty steady, actually. When you look 90 days ago, we had 54 active listings on the market. We have 50 active listings now. So that's held pretty steady. And the market action index has held pretty steady as well. 90 days ago it was at 44. And then as of last Friday, it was at 42. When we look down at the market segments in Farragut, this is where we break the market into 4 different segments of price points. So the lowest price point, the average price of the lowest price point would be $490,000 when we're breaking it into 25 percentiles. And in that $490,000 price point, you can expect to get around 2112 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, a home that's about 45 years old. And in that price point, we saw 3 new listings come on the market last week and 1 get absorbed, with the average days on the market of the active listings in that segment being 21 days on the market. The next segment up is 694.9. In that segment, you can expect to get about 3,079 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, about a 25-year-old home. That segment saw 1 new listing come on the market last week and saw 1 listing get absorbed. So you can see that there is definitely demand. We don't have a lot coming on the market, and what is coming on the market, most of it is getting absorbed. So demand on the market in that price segment, the average days on the market for listings that are active was 42 days on the market. The next segment up was 874.9. In that segment, you can expect to get about 3,275 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, a home that's about 9 years old. That segment saw no new listings come on the market last week and saw 1 listing get absorbed. And in that segment, the average days on the market for the active listings is 80 days on the market. Then in the top segment, that median price is $1,299,949. And in that segment, you can expect to get about 4,564 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4.3 baths, a home that's about 10 years old. That top segment saw 3 new listings come on the market last week and 1 get absorbed. And the average days on the market in that segment is 56 days on the market. So when we look at all 4 of these segments, we can see the most competitive segment with the most demand right now is the lowest segment that averages 490, because that had the lowest amount of days on the market for the active listings. Did see 3 come on and 1 get absorbed. That's the information for Farragut through February and of last week. So if you have any questions about any of this data, or you're interested in buying or selling a house in Farragut, don't hesitate to reach out. Also, if you want access to this last report that I just showed you that updates every week, I will put a link to that below. You can subscribe to that and it'll send it to your email every week so you can keep an eye yourself on what is happening in the market, not only in Farragut, but you can actually search any zip code or any area in the country. It's pretty neat. So check that out. All right, we'll talk to you soon. This is Troy Stavros with Cornerstone Realty Associates here in Farragut.